Hello everybody and welcome back to more of the Inquisitor series where we are just continuing in on Chapter 2 and we just learned how to force walk for the first time, and not like what I'm doing here, which is a stealth, but actually do a thing which basically binds a spirit and allows the spirit to enter my character's body, and then the Force Ghost becomes a part of my character's power. So, now that we learned it, what's the harm in testing it out?
Back again. I hear you're slithering. Venom-toothed viper. The only cure for madness is madness. What's happened? What did you do to me? You're not my daughter. Bring me that treacherous she-dog so I can cut her open.
This is called the Force Walk. I'm taking your power for my own.
And to think I scoffed when they told me such a ritual existed. Do you really think you can handle my power? It doesn't matter. You won't have me. This is my last stronghold, and I won't be your slave.
Then I guess I'll force you to come with me.
You treacherous!
Well done. With the power of this ghost and of the other, you may shield yourself against Thanaton's wrath. Take this one's writings and show Thanaton what a good apprentice you've been.
Now you have to remember, Thanaton tried to kill me by sending me here into this tomb in the first place. He was expecting me to be dead. He wasn't expecting me to complete his mission or whatever he actually wanted me to do. So going back to Thanaton with this newfound power, you know, with a Force Ghost inside of me, should prove interesting at the very least. And maybe I can actually take him down.
I got what you wanted.
You've put me in a difficult position. When Zash disobeyed me and had Scotia killed, tradition demanded she be killed and her power base destroyed. Believe me when I say I wish that you had stayed in that tomb. It will pain me to watch you die.
Spare me the false tears. I'm ready to fight you.
You are entitled to defend yourself. In fact, I'd expect nothing less. May the Force welcome you with open arms. Kill her.
Look at that. Look at that. He doesn't even have the balls to attack me to begin with. I just have to face his lackeys. That's not going to be very difficult. Me and Andronicus, and apparently this Force Ghost now living inside me, I'm going to call them my multiple personalities, from here on out, will be aiding me in killing these guys, which once again isn't very difficult. I'm actually kind of disappointed that I didn't get to kill him, but it was definitely foreseen that he was going to betray me anyways, as I mentioned in the previous episode as well.
You truly are relentless. I can see now why Zash chose you. But this has carried on long enough. Ah, you've come prepared. By now, I should have expected it of you. Unfortunately for you, I am older and wiser and studied in rituals you can't even imagine. I have business on Malachor 3. Prepare my ship and see that this one gets a respectful cremation.
Yes, my lord. My lord, you're awake. We need to hurry out of here. If Thanaton finds out you're still alive, we're all in trouble.
What happened to me?
Thanaton tried to kill you. Look, I'll explain when we get back to the ship.
Man, oh man, am I thankful for my little lackeys that came to my rescue there. See, you know, he is still very powerful, so I'm gonna have to find another way to go about killing him. However, having my little, like, small army of apprentices is quite nice, because it allows me to be able to survive things like that. You know, in a bad position, they come and save me. That's cool. You know, every now and then you need some help. You can't always do it all on your own.
My lord, you're back.
Thought you were gone. I could get trampled by a bantha herd and not get knocked around as bad as you.
We followed Thanaton's servants, cut them down, and pulled you out of a ditch. You didn't have a pulse at first, but then Carl noticed you were still warm. I don't know how you survived that.
That explains why I'm still alive. Where's Thanaton?
You sure you're ready to face him? He did a real number on you.
Your survival is the most remarkable thing I've ever witnessed. I still can't quite figure it out. It seems Thanaton's ritual was too powerful for your shield. But he didn't fully understand the bond between you and the dead. To kill you, he would have had to purge their spirits. You died, and their very presence kept you alive.
That's great, but what do? We can't wait for Thanaton to come back and kill us.
I'll find the most powerful dead in the galaxy, bind them, and take their power. Thanaton won't stand a chance.
It's a gamble. None of us know what the cost of acquiring so much power so quickly could be.
I've bound 2 so far, and nothing's gone wrong yet.
Suit yourself. But as you know, rituals don't always go as planned.
So where do we find more ghosts?
The Jedi on Taris were investigating something of that nature. I sent a man to investigate shortly before my unfortunate change. I'd have to do more research on the matter to confirm, but I suggest making contact with him.
One won't be enough. When I face Thanaton again, I want to crush him.
I wish we had more to go on, but right now that's all I have.
Corrin and I will dig around too. And we'll keep an eye on Thanaton. If he makes a move, we'll let you know. Good luck, my lord.
So they want me to go to Taris, and I think this is a good time to mention, I mean, we're going to be talking to my companions before we actually head there in this episode, but it's a good time to mention that Taris is actually different on the Empire than it is on the Republic. Same with Belmora, obviously. Belmora on the Empire is before the Belmora on the Republic, so the Empire owns most of it when you're there on the Empire side. And it's a little different for Taris, but you'll see what I mean when you get there. It's also at nighttime there rather than daytime on the Republic.
You know, I think I heard the ship's engine making a strange noise earlier. Mind if I check it out sometime?
Do you think it's a serious problem?
Won't know until I look. Probably just space dust. We gotta be sure. I'm no expert, but a buddy of mine back before the war taught me most of what I know. Carl Norn, best technician I knew. Worst card player. Could never see when the deck was stacked against him. And it always was.
So what happened to him?
Beats me. I'm sure he's alright, though. Always managed to stay a few light years ahead of his creditors. Made me first mate after the war, on a ship called the Bloodshot Ranker. I learned a lot before he gambled the ship away. But you're sick of hearing me jabber, huh?
I actually don't mind learning about Adronicus as much as he thinks that my character does. He's a really interesting character, so learning about his backstory is just cool.
Engine's fixed. Looks like we took on some rock on one of our last jumps. Nothing big. Reminds me of the time I took the Sky Princess through an asteroid field. Ship mechanics were furious. Clean rock out of our engines for weeks. Had to replace one of the rears, it was so badly damaged.
What were you doing in an asteroid field?
Dodging the enforcers. When you got a fleet of Republic ships on your tail, you take whatever cover you can find. Rocks don't have cannons. Besides, what's life without a little risk, huh? That's why I became a pirate. The risk, the reward, the freedom.
That's the same reason I became Sith. Though my freedom was perhaps more literal.
Freedom's all in the mind, but it does help to have a good blaster.
That might actually be a reference to the movies when they take the Millennium Falcon through the asteroid field and even park it inside of an asteroid.
So what does a Sith do for fun?
Oh, the usual. Lying, killing, manipulating. Sith is more of a lifestyle.
At least you have a sense of humor about it, huh?
What does my character do for fun? I never really, fleshed out her story that much. She knits. She's a knitter. She's a giant knitter.
Hey, remember I was telling you about Carl Norn, great tech, bad card player? Got me into the pirate racket? Just got a call from him. He's in deep. The Hutt cartel on Nar Shaddah's got his number. He deserves what he gets, but he's done good by me. I promised I'd meet him on Nar Shaddaa and help him out.
I'd be happy to lend a hand if you need it.
I appreciate it, but it's nothing I need to drag you into. I'll try not to be long, huh?
So what happened with your friend Carl? Were you able to help him?
Yeah, thanks for asking. Carl's same as ever. Never got a hand he didn't want to play. His debts weren't anything a few well-placed blaster shots couldn't settle.
Do you ever miss being a pirate?
I miss some things, I guess, but it's not like it's boring around here. Thanks for letting me bail him out.
Damn right it's not boring around here. My character sits in this little chair there that you see and she knits. That's not boring at all. And I force my companions to sit there and watch me because I'm a Sith and I'm able to do that kind of thing.
Ja usteans alfrast no job, diabulus afstop fara.
That's quite enough of you.
Ay kagay papa fraujins ala pataik galakai in alama.
She blindsided both of us.
In alay matay gas win pidal pi matay wulpaz in alay uspolanay. In piso se waitai spila presinkretai. In pise ewanata atragata injais.
There must be a way to get Zash out of you.
Warstwe godzai akran Pyrawandans ja wanjantans in ufkunpa.
I don't suppose you have any idea where to start.
Jawais from Bamadaga, I house the dedum, ni vleladum, us miselaikum.
I love that they switch between personalities. Like, Zash sometimes talks and then he talks, and it just kind of depends on the situation. Like, am I in a major story sequence where Zash needs to talk to me? And then there's times where, like, Khem is just tired of her, so he, like, completely shuts her out and just talks to me. It's just really funny. That whole situation cracks me up. They couldn't have done a better job with that. And the funny thing is like, I wish that they could have done it with more of those companions that are just like all subtitles. However, it would kill the nostalgia factor there.
Zash, has your research turned up anything else on this Taris ghost?
Ni pate uvaro isandan sware kanidede akja swaluda is.
Figures the old lady isn't around when we need her.
Gininagangan gisat.
We can cope without her. What did she say about Taris?
Something about some Jedi investigating an old Sith ghost. Said she had a Sith on the planet looking into it. Elios Malus, I think. Surprised there's only one ghost. Story goes, some crazy Darth blew the whole planet to pieces while his own Sith were still on it. Not very practical, but it ain't my business. Anyway, I'd hunt out this Malus guy in the Imperial base and hope he has some answers.
It's time to start Taris.